Okay, so go ahead and there should be a math fact or math practice link. Go ahead and click that. You with us, Jonathan? Okay, so it's going to take you to a website. You're going to have that option. Okay, but I want you to choose multiplication flashcards. Okay. Multiplication flashcards. So scroll, should be able to scroll down. Okay, and then off to the right, okay, do you see your flashcard, Abby? And then it gives you 4 options. That's what we're gonna practice. So scroll right there. So it's over there. So then you all work on that. Okay, so just a few, just get our math facts going a little bit. Yep, go ahead and start. And then it's going to give you 4 different choices. So we'll do this for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just so we can work with our math facts. You have to click. You have to click the answers down. Oh, there we go. Yep, you can do that too. And if the touch screen works better for you, you can use that instead of the mouse. Yes. Oh, I'm guessing because we did not change the number of problems to more than 10. Try that. Now it should go. So if you're stuck on it, it's because I forgot to tell you to change the number of problems to more than 10. Yes, we want more than that. Yep. I don't know. Yep, that's all right. We only have about a minute left, so this is more or less just to get your brain juices flowing.
That sounds gross.
Jonathan, up here, buddy. Maybe about 30 seconds. Don't rush, it's not a big deal. All right, you think we're good to go?
Yeah.
Abby's just moving along. Perfect. Okay, so I'll have you just go ahead and close your Chromebooks. We should be done with those for now. All right, so now we're just going to do some different reviews, okay? So we've been talking a lot about order of operations, right? We were, okay?
Yeah.
If you need any reminders, okay, over on that other whiteboard, we have the order of operations, so the PEMDAS that we've been talking about. Here's 3 problems that we're going to work out, okay? Go ahead and work out these 3 problems right here. Okay, it should take a couple minutes.
Is that B?
Which one? 6. Nope, they're all numbers.
So mine's 4.
just there. You can ignore them.
In the corner, do you want to start the answers?
Yep. Go ahead and keep working. Okay. We didn't get finished, that's okay. Just make sure we follow along. And if you want, you can work out the problem if you didn't get the right one. Okay, so the first two for sure, we're just following order of operations. Okay, so what do I need to do first in our first problem? Jonathan, can you walk me through what we're going to do first? What operation? On this one right here.
2 times 6.
Okay. So 2 times 6 is what?
12.
12. Okay, and then I'm just going to write down the rest of the problem. Now what? Abby, you want to help us out? Jonathan, up here, please.
12 minus 2.
Okay, which would be?
10.
And then drop down our plus 5, and that equals 15. Okay, I think we got 15. If we did not get 15, I'm guessing, did we move over here and do the addition first, Jonathan, instead of subtraction? Okay, so make sure on subtraction and addition, it's left to right, okay? Even though in our appendix example, Jonathan, over here, it says addition, then subtraction, but to the right of that, it says we move left to right. Make sense? Okay, so that was example number 1. Example number 2, we had 9 minus 4 times 1. What are we doing first, Tyler?
4 times 1.
Which is?
4.
Yeah. Drop down our 9 minus. 9 minus 4 is?
6.
Double check. 9 minus 4 is? 5. Okay. So just a silly mistake there.
I still didn't get 5.
That's all right. You got the right concept, right? Okay, number 3 is where maybe we did something a little different. Okay? We could, up here, it's all right. So if we're going to follow order of operations, what step are we going to do first, Abby? Parentheses, yep, so 5 plus 7 is 12. When we have that, it's just multiplication, correct? So then what was 12 times 4, Jonathan?
12 times 4.
Need to work it out real quick? Okay, go ahead. It's all right. Good. 48, right? Perfect. Do you have a question?
Yeah.
What?
I missed my
That's all right. We'll make it up then. All right? Okay, so I'm going to leave this problem right here up here, okay? We've been working on the distributive property of math, right, in our regular math class.
Yeah.
Can someone give me what the definition of distributive? Do you know what distributive actually means?
No.
No?
Kind of.
What do you think it means, Jonathan? What do you think it means?
Sure is. I don't know. No.
Can someone else help him out?
Oh, I'm talking to some.
What do you got?
Maybe the opposite of the number.
Opposite? Okay, not really. So if I give you the sentence, the teacher is going to distribute the homework to the classroom. What do you think it means now?
Split in half.
You're going to split it. Okay? So when we think of the distributive property, how is that different than the associative property? Because remember we talked about the associative property. How is the distributive and the associative property different? Okay, so the associative property is the same, it has to be the same operation. Okay, so the associative would be, and the associative property tells me that this equals, right? Okay, but the distributive property, do we have all the same operations? No, we have multiplication and then addition. Or we could have multiplication and subtraction. So that's when we're going to use the distributive property. Okay, so going into that, I'll go over it, I'll break it down, find out what I want to see from you guys. Okay, so the first problem we're going to go using the distributive property is 7 times 12. Okay? Now, when we're working with the distributive property, we can break up a factor, and these are factors. Okay, multiplication, those are factors. Can you put that down, please? What addend, or what number here, or what factor could we turn into an addend? What number or factor here can we split up into two numbers? What do you got? Yeah, that'd make it easy. So, using the distributive property, it would look like this. Okay, so that's our goal when we start looking at these different problems. Our goal is to get a problem similar to this. Jonathan, I need you to put that, and how about you go ahead and move everything towards the middle of the table. Okay, marker included, please. Thanks. Okay. All right, so when we're doing the distributive property, we have to distribute this outside number to the number on the inside, and we are showing that by using arrows. Okay, so what's 7 times 10? 70. We drop down our plus sign. We distribute the 7 to the 2. 7 times 2 is 14. I can simplify that, and that would equal 84. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I will go ahead and do another example. And we will do 6 times 15. And I'm going to look at this problem. I'm going to think what number makes sense or what factor makes sense to split it up into two addends. Okay? And that is going to be 15, right? 15, we can break it up into 10 plus 5. Okay? Like I did on the last problem, I'm going to show that I'm distributing my 6 to my 10 by drawing an arrow. So that would be 60. I drop my sign down. I distribute the 6 to the 5. 6 times 5 is 30. I add those together and I get 90. Okay? Any questions about that? Feeling somewhat confident? Yes, Jonathan? Feeling confident?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now we're going to move on to, you have a question? Sorry, what I meant by that is we distribute the 7 to the 10, the 7 to the 2. This right here, to simplify this part of the problem, would just be to solve it in that situation. Does that answer your question? Yeah, okay. Perfect. All right, so over here, we just did our I do, which is the teacher does, okay? Now we're gonna do the we do, okay? So we're gonna do this. Go ahead and grab your marker boards and your marker, okay? And we are going to split this, easy buddy. We're gonna split this, Jonathan, up here. Okay? We're gonna work on these problems together, okay? So our first one's gonna be 9 times 13. Jonathan, go ahead and grab your marker board. Jonathan, can you tell me which factor you think we should break up and put inside the parentheses? 9 or 13, which one? Sorry, we can get rid of this one.
13?
Yeah, 13 makes sense. Okay, so that would look like 9 times, what are my two add-ins, Tyler? Looks like you already did it on yours. What'd you split 13 into on your board? 10 and 3, yep. Go ahead and show that we distributed the 9 to the 10. 9 times 10 is what, Jonathan?
Three?
9 times 10. We're distributing the 9 to the 10. 90. I drop my plus sign down. What's 9 times 3, Abby? 27. Good. Can I simplify this step right here, Tyler?
Yeah.
Okay. I can add the 2. What'd you get when you added?
127.
Close. You're off one spot. 90 plus 27 would be 7. 9 plus 2 is 117. Okay?
Oh.
It's all right. If you did not get that, did you see where you made your mistake or what we needed to do differently? Okay, so the next example we're going to do, we're going to do 5 times 27. So go ahead and write that down. Jonathan, please stay on task. Here you go, Tyler. Thank you. Jonathan, please. So it looks like we split up our factor of 27 and turned it into 20 plus 7. Good. 5 stayed out there. Make sure we distribute the outside number to the numbers on the inside. So 20 times 5. And then distribute your 5 to the 7, Abby. Don't forget that part. Right here, this part. Yep. You wouldn't multiply. What would, if we distribute the 5 to the 7, what would that be? Well, you drop that, but what's your second number? 5 to the 7. You have to distribute the outside number to the inside number. Now you add those two. Okay. Looks like we're good, but we fixed it, right? Okay, perfect. All right, so we're distributing the outside number to the inside number. So 5 and 20 is 100. Distribute the 5 to the second add end, or the second number in the parentheses, and that was what, Abigail? 35. We add those two together, and we get 135. All right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Good to go? All right. So, I will give you a worksheet, and this will be part of your progress monitoring. Okay. Go ahead and put the boards in the middle, please. Do we all have a writing utensil? I'll grab it. Don't worry about it. Do you all have a writing utensil?
No.
Go ahead and put your name on the top right.
Your pewter shut off.
It's fine.
I have a question. What is
We're going to explain it. We're going to explain it. Okay, so our problems on this paper. They're going to look like this. Are you guys with me?
Yep.
Okay. So, where it says distributive property, and then answer. Oops, sorry. This is what we're going to do. Okay? So our first step is always to distribute the outside number. So that would be what? 6 times 5
At
is
this
what,
time,
Jonathan?
7th grade volleyball players may be dismissed,
So we have 30
and 7th
plus.
grade football players may be dismissed.
Distribute our 6 to our 3, and that equals what, Tyler?
6 to the 3?
Yep. Distribute our 6 to our 3, which is 18. We add those two together and we get, Jonathan, what do we get? 30 plus 18. What do we get? It's all right. Do it on this. Do it on your marker.
Oh, tell me, man.
You're all right.
I don't know in my head.
So 30 plus 18, what would that be?
I'm just saying. 48?
48. So we could put our answer over here as 48. Does that make sense? Do you have a question? Okay.
So do you just do 6 times 5 and that's what you're getting?
That's going to be your first number.
Okay. And I have another question. So you put both of your answers on each?
You can just put it on the one session. You don't have to do it twice. Okay? Makes sense? So we'll do this for a couple minutes, and then we will do our closure, and then we'll move on to our next activity. Okay? Good to go? Go ahead and go get a writing utensil. Is it out of lead or does it work? Well, it looks like it's working. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So I'll leave that up there for an example problem. We're doing the same thing. Okay. Go ahead and raise your hand when you're done with number 5. Abby, I know you kind of moved along. That's okay.
Can I do this?
Yep, go ahead and finish that one. Excuse you, buddy.
Is this for my grade?
Yeah, I'll use that for your progress monitoring. Okay. Alrighty, looks like we're good. That's perfect. If you did more, that's fine. Okay, I think we're getting just kind of walking around. It looks like we have a really good understanding. Okay, so kind of my closure activity. All right, I need you to look up at the board. Okay, and I need you to hold up with your one finger of what number shows the distributive property. If it's number 1, you'll hold up number 1. If you think it's number 2, you'll hold up number 2. If you think it's number 3, we'll look up number 3. Okay? And then if it's number 4, you'll hold up number 4. All right? Go ahead and hold your finger up. Let me know. All right? And it should have been number 2. See how here we're distributing the 7 to the 3, the 7 to the 5 to get 7 and 8. The parentheses. Okay. 3 off. So this, when you see parentheses, that just means multiplication.
I did it.
Yep. Perfect. All right. Okay. Grab your stuff. Head to Tiger Time. Thank you. Okay. I'll go ahead and put the marker boards away. Okay. Appreciate it. It is Tuesday. Yep. Go ahead and throw that on the paper.
Oh no, I need to put all this stuff away. Put that.